Joining us for this final chat on the show today is Ken Tsang, LaSalle's Investment Management Head of Research and Strategy for the Asia Pac. Ken, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You find Japan actually a bit attractive, don't you, at this point? If you look at the valuations in some substrates of the property market, there's value to be had.
Well, generally, I think in Japan, real estate market is still struggling. The economy is not, is having some problem in getting back to full speed recovery. But what we have found in Japan is that there are actually some sectors and some assets, particular assets with good values. We have seen rental yield are being traded above long-term average. Mm-hmm. Some sector would provide stable income and high rental yield. I think investors should who are seeking for stable income and high rental yield can mm-hmm. consider picking up some sector like suburban retail in Japan and right. the industrial sector in Japan. Are we
facing an improving environment in Japan for properties? They didn't really go through the kind of contortions or the kind of crisis that a lot of property markets have, right? I mean, they haven't shot up and come crashing down. They certainly don't have the leveraging problems that you have when you talk about what's going on in China and various mm-hmm. Substrates of that real estate market.
Well, the prices or valuation did come down across different commercial real estate sectors. But generally, I think there are still good values, in terms of compared to long-term rental yield, long-term values. I think it still offers some attractiveness for core investors.
Okay, talk to me about what's going on in China, because there's a lot of contention going on in China right now. As I understand it, people have cash. They have the ability to do down payments on properties, mm-hmm. but when it comes to doing the rest of the financing package, a lot of the banks are becoming very, very draconian in terms of the sort of documentation mm-hmm. They're demanding, and that could be a potential drag on the prop market in the PRC.
Well, I think right now in China, I think the more interesting thing is, if you're looking at the long-term potentials of the country, with strong urbanizations, strong productivity growth and strong income growth, I think it still offers actually very good values in the long run. Mm-hmm. What we see, particularly in first-tier cities, is that there could be a price bubble in a high-tier residential market segment. Mm-hmm. Due to strong liquidity, due to speculative investment, but that's not the case in other second-tier cities, and we do still see values for investment in a longer period. If you have a 3 to 5 years horizon, it's still attractive.
And the commercial space apparently more attractive too, right? Because Hang Lung's chief, Ronnie Chan, was with me right here yesterday at this time talking, and he said the residential market might have some ifs or buts, but as far as commercial, the commercial side of property, there's quite a bit of opportunity. He's actually looking to acquire more land, even at the prices they're at right now. So you'd agree, you'd concur with that.
I mean, if you look at the economic momentum and the needs for modern real estate, particularly in the commercial real estate, in retail, in office, and as well as in the logistic warehouse, that's actually the growth has been staggering. The demand is strong. I think in the long run, the demand side is very positive. What we have to be careful about is the supply side. I think the office sector is a bit more challenging. We're seeing a lot of office coming into first-tier and second-tier cities. Mm-hmm. Retail, a lot of prime retail coming into the city as well. But there are actually a mismatch between demand and supply right now in China. And I think there's actually some interesting opportunity for the suburban retail in China as well. In the long run, with that amount of urbanizations happening so quick, there are a lot of opportunities out there for investors.
Okay, Kenneth, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Okay, on this Friday, you have a great weekend when it gets here for you. Kenneth Tsang joining us from Jones Lang LaSalle.